Hey everyone, so I know the title of this video is going to get the haters to come out of the woodwork. No, I do not think that you shouldn't do field work. In fact, I've been a bigger proponent of training off the course than anybody for the past 3 decades. There are, however, a couple problems with it that you may want to consider before building your training regimen. Okay, the first is when someone tells me they're going to do field work, my response to them, my emotional response anyways, is the same way I feel if I have an overweight friend who says, I'm going to get in shape and start exercising. And I say, fantastic, that's great, exercise is good for you. What are you going to do? And they say, I'm going to start running. And my first thought is, yeah, running, that's fantastic exercise. What are you going to do in 3 days when you're completely sick of running and you don't get off the couch and exercise anymore because running's kind of a drag? All right, now, don't get mad at me, runners. For the 5% of you that took up running that thinks running is awesome, you're not going to understand this. But to the 95% of people that tried to start running and gave up on it because it was boring, they get it. Fieldwork can kind of have the same problem. You know, you go out, you train. Obviously, you don't want to be on a golf course throwing 18 shots in 2.5 hours. You want to get your reps in, and it does help to go out and work on pure mechanics. Well, that's what the idea of field work is. You're working on mechanics independent of results. That's smart. However, field work is boring. Again, for the 5% of people that go out there and love going out in the field and throwing, fantastic, keep doing it. But for the rest of us, field work can get monotonous and tiresome. The reason why is it's really fun to throw discs. It's not fun to run around in a field and pick up discs. You go out for an hour, you're throwing for 10 minutes of that hour, 15 minutes tops. Most of your time is spent gathering plastic. That part's a drag. So I want to offer an alternative to that. Instead of just going out and doing field work, you can accomplish all the same things working on mechanics independent of results by throwing into a tarp or throwing into a net. Okay, a couple advantages here. The first is you can get a lot more reps in because you're not taking all these breaks to walk around and gather discs. More important though, is that if you only have 15 minutes, especially if you have a backyard, if you have 15 minutes, that's not time to go out to a field. You need at least an hour to drive to a field, throw some shots and run around. You can get just as many reps in 15 minutes. If you're just talking about building muscle and building muscle memory and strength, you do that through reps and repetition. Now, if you've been playing disc golf any more than just a few days, or let's say a few months, you know when you let go of a disc, effectively how it's going to fly. You don't need to see every single disc fly to know what it does. If you throw into a net, you will feel when your timing is right. You will feel when you have pop. If you go out on a field every 5th time, you're going to know what all your discs do. So you don't have to go out there and watch them fly to know if you're doing it right. Field work is fantastic, but you accomplish all those same things if 80% of the time you're thrown into a net or a tarp. Not only do you get more reps in a shorter amount of time with less effort, it's more sustainable. It's not that hard to get off the couch for 15 minutes. It's a drag to go out into a field for an hour and a half when it's 90 degrees and 90% humidity. 15 minutes is a piece of cake. So just something to consider. You absolutely want to train off the course, but consider spending more time throwing into a tarp or a net than standing down on an open field being bored.